So, motivation is a tricky thing. It never seems to be there when you need it the most. When it's time to go to the gym, when it's time to work on that big project that's looming over you, when it's time to start writing that book that you've been telling everybody that you're writing, when it's time to make those prospecting calls that make your stomach ache, etc. Everyone thinks that the path to success is motivation or inspiration, then action, and then you get a result. You perpetually hear, you have to start with your why. Visualize your better future. Put pictures on your vision board. Do affirmations in the mirror or whatever. All those things with the purpose of getting yourself motivated and inspired so you'll do the thing that you need to do in order to get the results that you want. But here's the deal, okay? Motivation is fickle, it's unreliable, and it's unpredictable. And even if and when it finally does pay you a visit, it will quickly ghost you. Motivation is fleeting. So if you rely on motivation for action, you're doomed. And it's probably why you don't have the results that you want. You've been waiting for and relying on motivation to take actions necessary to produce your desired results. But here's how motivation actually works and why it beguiles and cheats most people. It's not motivation or inspiration, action, result. It's actually action, result, motivation, and inspiration. Motivation or inspiration comes from seeing results, and results only come from actions taken. We are motivated and inspired when we see the evidence of progress, when we see the results of our actions, which is why we have to act without motivation to actually gain motivation. It's twisted, right? But it's true. That is why Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote in his essay, Compensation, the law of nature is, do the thing and you shall have the power. Do the thing and have the power. That means take action, then you shall have the power of motivation. Not wait till you have the power, then do the thing. Not vision board, chant affirmations, visualize your reasons why to get the power so that you can do the thing. At the end of Emerson's quote of do the thing and you shall have the power is, but they who do not the thing have not the power. Meaning no action, no result. No power, no motivation. So write this down. Action precedes motivation. Action precedes inspiration. As Harvard psychologist Jerome Bruner put it, you are more likely to act yourself into feeling than feeling yourself into action. So here's the trick to motivating yourself. Act. And the big secret here is it doesn't have to be a big action. Any little action will do. Just break inertia. The hardest part of any task or project or discipline is starting. The actual task, project, or discipline is actually not that hard. Starting that task or project or discipline is what's so freaking hard. So just act small. Once you break inertia, forward progress kicks in, the evidence of progress becomes visible, and the motivation or inspiration magically shows up. I am never motivated to work out. Some people really like working out. I do not. Never have. There's not been a single day of my life where I have looked forward to working out. Every time I think about the prospect of working out, all I can think of is, ha! But I still work out at least 4 days a week and have for my entire life since I was 13 years old. Consistently. How? When it's time to work out and I think, I just take one small action. What I don't do is try to convince myself to get excited or be motivated to work out. No. If I did, I'd never do it. Instead, I just take one small action of putting on a hat, then loading up my podcast app for what I'll be listening to, grabbing my headphones, and walking out the door. One small step at a time until I'm in my gym, stretching, still getting ready to do this damn working out, then just doing the light warm-up set, no big deal, and soon enough, I'm grunting and grinding away. The only real action decision I made was putting on my hat. That broke inertia. Progress momentum then began, and eventually I was actually doing the thing I didn't want to do in my head. Now power shows up, inspiration and motivation, and they make their appearance. and then I get the further result. You see, when the famous writer Somerset Maugham was asked if he wrote on a schedule or when he was struck by inspiration, he replied, "I only write when inspiration strikes. Fortunately, it strikes every morning at 9 o'clock sharp." Meaning he doesn't wait for inspiration. He sits down and starts writing at 9 a.m. sharp. And as good fortune will have it, inspiration then shows up. In other words, he does the thing, then he gains the power. Not the other way around. So, what is a project or a task that you've been putting off, or a discipline or behavior that you've been failing on? And what is one small action, followed by a sequence of painless little to no resistance steps that you can take as a startup sequence to that project, task, or discipline? This is the key to your better results. Think about that and log your ideas in your Darren Daily Journal and share your thoughts with us in the comments.